What's happening, James? Welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Sync with the earth, 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad, ladder ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I never sold pack for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, do that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit into the sky, change haters on a tirade. Talking to their grip in the face, be still. Let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same. We all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel big from the bip. Take a sip till I pass out.
Welcome back,
Try
Juice.
and get grip, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades. I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beast with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's cap. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
Truth in the glass in the mirror. Yeah. Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see the ass, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun.
W in the chat, let's go.
Seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear him talking, they ain't right enough, tighten up. Everything that I came for, I left with. I don't bang sets, I just bang on the set list. Going past supper when I came for the breakfast. Put me in your prayers, I might put you on the guest list. Young niggas in the reckless. Gold in my soul, got the same on the necklace, bitch.
What's happening, my fam? What's up, Ning? Welcome back, G's. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. For some of you guys, it's morning. You just woke up. Good morning. Drink your coffee. Enjoy the introduction. Let's get to work. Today, we're going to do things slightly different. We're going to introduce something new, which I'm actually very, very excited about. A lot of you guys have been asking for this particular move here. So this is what we're going to do here. We're going to do some scalping today. We're going to talk about the reasons why and when it's beneficial to scalp, when it's not beneficial to scalp, when it's better to look for the bigger trades, the bigger trade setups, and when it's time to just look for the day trades. We're going to talk about a variant of LTA concept that you guys have never seen before. We're going to talk about that specifically. Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. Let's make it happen. Let's see what we have with us today in the building. Let's give a random applause to the audience, man. Let's give a random applause to the chat, as always, supporting the fam. Through thick and thin, in the summertime, baby, it's August. We're heading in towards the September months. September is still a summer month for the traders, okay? August and September is usually the time where a lot of traders take a little break. But you guys are still here crushing it. So shout out to you. Looking forward to that. Very excited to see what we can do together. As always, smash the like button if you are new. Then, subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer and closer towards the 100,000 subscribers, my fam. Big things. Big things, right? There we go. Awesome. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And Sako, Sia. Relay. Yes, sir. Maria Das. Good to see you. Good to see you. Dominic says September is my birthday. Nice. Congratulations, my friend. Finally 18, huh? Finally 18. Congratulations. Congratulations. Free liquidity. Good to see you, man. Free liquidity. Free liquidity. Abdul, Gonzalo, Karim, Jamie, Dominic, Nabil, Assad. Malik, good to see you, man. Thank you for the fucking support, man. Blue Money Enterprises. Lelo. Cam. Yes, sir. Connor Mellon, welcome. Good to see you too. And yeah, man, it's good to see the fam as always, okay? Let's make it happen. Let's talk about what has happened over the past couple of days, because you guys know I was, of course, in that short trade. Obviously, we got stopped out stopped out in profit. Of course, we took our profits already, so we get a pretty good trade. I'm going to lead you to a couple things here before we get into the scalping setups, okay? While we're looking at scalping, well, we're obviously trading at an all-time high. So, there are a couple things we could do there, and this is, in my opinion, the best way to introduce it to you guys. So looking forward to that. Let's make it happen. Let's get back to the charts. And man, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one today. Potentially even a good week as well, man. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. All right. So first of all, if you guys are ready, press a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure that you guys are actively involved with us today. We're keeping it engaged, all right? Ooh, this guy's on a nice holiday. Shout out to Mike, man. Shout out to you, my friend. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Keep it up. Trading floor is always packed, all right? Over 100 people in our trading floor as well with us, listening, tuning in. Fantastic stuff, fantastic stuff. Let's make it happen, man. So obviously for gold, right? Gold continued to rally upwards, all right? Gold continued to rally upwards. In this case, we broke the highs. We kept going up. We kept going up. This was a Friday, right, where we started to push up here. Continuation to the upside. So, of course, when this happens and you're in all-time high territory, there is no need to be bearish yet, okay? There's no need to be bearish yet. And I'll tell you when it's time to get more bearish and when we're looking for the bigger setups, because I'm always looking for certain patterns in the market that can help me with understanding pullbacks or potentially bearish reversals. We talked about gold being the most bearish in the month of September, 90% of the time, which is massive over the last 10 years. Yeah, it's pretty big. But right now we're still driving up further. Okay, we're just trying to time things. We don't have a magic ball. We're not gonna perfectly time the market always, but that's where trade management comes in. And if you make money and if you take out some profits, you make money and everyone is happy regardless of the outcome, right? This is where trade management is absolutely critical. Okay, so for example, last time, right, when we took that initial trade, pretty choppy overall here. We had this beautiful range, right? We swiped the highs during the CPI. We broke structure. We retested the lows, retested the highs. We got rejected. We took our trade there. We took profits at the bottom, and then price unfortunately came up and it just came back further here. So, you know, not the continuation we were hoping for, right? Pulling back, but the continuation. But this is why we manage our trades. And every single time when you see the structure, right, and I can show you back in the charts when it's extremely beneficial, okay, you can look at the same structure. So this is one of them, right? We had this consolidation, that swipe of the highs, and that expansion down, retest, trade. Wow. Right, we had it here as well. When you look back on the 1 hour time frame, on the top, right, consolidation, we swiped the highs, we broke structure, retracement, back. This was a fantastic example of how price can pull back aggressively as well. Around 900 pips in this case, you could see that. Same move happening, right? You saw it here as well on a smaller scale. When you pull back, you had this consolidation, we expanded aggressively. You had this retracement that even though you pull back into this pre-range right there. You tapped into the POC, and then again, a push to the downside right here. So it's happening a lot. You see that same move is kind of happening over and over and over again. Same thing happened here, right? We had that aggressive move up. We started to consolidate. We broke structure. Very important. You look at this tool right here, right? And look at how beautifully the FIxed PoC aligned as well here. Just a perfect tap, right? You see the perfect tap, FIxed PoC, and boom, you start pushing back down. So consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation down. So whenever this happens on a bigger scale, in this case, the hourly time frame, obviously we're looking at shorts, right? And we're looking at the fundamentals to see if we can align with it, if it makes sense for it to pull back. All right, there is no guarantee that price pulls back every single time. But what is interesting is that when you see that pullback, when you see that price driving down here, you have these fantastic trading opportunities once, twice, 3 times in a row. Okay, and you see it happening over and over and over again in the market. I can go back into the market right here and just show you how effective price can turn over, come back. Same thing we've seen here, consolidation, expansion, manipulates to the upside, reaction, and then that retracement, right? And then of course you look at the previous range, in this case right here, and look at where it came into, POC. What was the rejection? 450 pips, right? So every time when we see that happening, we're trying to predict this way the retracement and potential short-term top for price to come back down here. So every time when that pattern occurs in gold, I'm looking for that same trade, that same exact scenario. And when price is tanking and we are in a bearish trend, of course, we're looking for the opposite. We're looking for this exact pattern the other way around. Okay, that's interesting when it occurs here. And this is what we call our swing trading scenario, right? We utilize the fundamentals. We have a couple of tools that we utilize that build indicators that we're building now to determine that potential rejection, if it makes sense or not. Right? If retail, for example, is extremely bullish and price comes down, usually retail is on the wrong side of the story here. All right. When we look at day trades, it's a different story. When we look at day trades, you guys know it. LTA Concepts right here, right? We have our ebook. You guys are familiar with the ebook. We had over 20,000 downloads so far in a very short period of time. Okay, with our entry models, our structure, and what we're looking for is the previous daily levels. Tapping into the previous daily levels, we have certain entry models. And then with these entry models, of course, we have our execution. And then we can take trades further to the upside or downside, depending on what the trend is telling us right there. And then usually what we do is we tend to trigger or target the previous daily high or the previous daily low, right? That's kind of the ideal case scenario. Targeting the previous daily high or the previous daily low, or the previous weekly high or the previous weekly low, if we are close to the previous weekly high or close to the previous weekly low, right? That's the day trading. So we have the swing trading, right? The bigger moves here, we have the day trading. And when we're looking at scalping is if, for example, right, the London or like the Asian session has already gave us a massive move. And then usually what tends to happen is we do not expect a big follow through of New York because the bigger play of gold already happened through the earlier sessions. That's a great time to start looking for scalping setups, all right? Another great time to look for scalping setups is, for example, if we are in an all-time high. And when we are in an all-time high, there are a lot of things that we can do there. And this is what I want to talk with you guys about today, all right? So looking forward to that. we're gonna upgrade the ebook. The ebook is gonna be updated for you guys later on. So our first edition is mainly built around the day trading aspect of it, right? Now we're gonna integrate the swing trading aspect of it. We're gonna get a bunch of fundamentals involved, and we're gonna look at the scalping scenarios as well. So you're gonna have a strategy based upon your personal preferences. And if there's something really next level, is that we are adaptable enough to potentially pick what we want to pick, right? When do we think it's better to look for scalps? When do we think it's better to look for a bigger trade? So we're always aware of the bigger picture, and therefore know if we can trade on the smaller time frames or the bigger time frames, or somewhat in that matter here. Okay, personally, I like that balance, and I like to play around here. Over time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be much more focused on the swing trading. But if we're streaming 4 days a week, of course we cannot, 4 days a week start looking at swing trade scenarios for gold particularly. Okay, so therefore we have to be a little bit more adaptable. So I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to talk about that, and it's gonna be interesting. There is nothing better, of course, than testing out that scalping strategy, or starting to scalp on our funded accounts here. Okay, so that's always pretty cool that we can actually start utilizing our funded accounts on on Top Step as well in this case. Whereas when we swing trade or day trade, I'm using, for example, my own money, or Funded Next, right? Swing trading account in that matter, and just look for the bigger trades overall. Super easy to pass your challenges this way as well. But in regards to the scalps, we're gonna use our funded accounts for that. Of course, we have two funded accounts connected to each other, so that's the way to look at it, and we can see what we can do based upon that bigger picture. So for now, obviously gold is looking very strong, right? Looking very bullish. If you take this to the hourly time frame, then we have been looking very, very good. We broke out of this high here. We managed to gain an explosive move towards the upside around 250 pips. We saw this happening in the London session today, so that's another example of why I think it's better to start looking at some quick scalps in the market right now as well. We have this one right here. Let's see if we can utilize it. There we go. Look at that move from London, right? London expansion here, pretty decent. Now the question is, what is New York gonna do? Is there a chance that New York pulls back? And I do think it's the best case scenario to look for pullback trades, short-term scalps, pullbacks, just because of the fact that we have been already so explosive during the London session, around 250 pips, man. So that's a pretty decent move. Of course, New York can always continue to drive further up, but we have our approach based upon that reaction. So how are we gonna scalp? How am I gonna look for scalping setups in the market? I of course look at the following, right? I always of course look at the fixed range volume profile. Same thing, okay? And the only thing that we add on towards the scalping scenarios is that we have the VWAP as well here, the volume weighted average pricing, okay, which goes along with the structure of the market. This is usually what we tend to look for as our target if we're trading back towards the VWAP, or if we reclaim a break above the VWAP from a range. We utilize the VWAP and a range to look for a setup here. I show you a great example of what happened beforehand. This is one of these examples here. Overall trend was bullish. We're looking for upside potential here. We had this beautiful consolidation and manipulation and expansion right here. You had this particular range, right? We utilized this particular range. We use only small ranges right here. So on the 1 minute, 3 minute, something in that manner. We're only looking at the lower time frames to look for these ranges. You see that consolidation, you see that manipulation, you see that expansion. And what happened in that expansion? You broke back above the VWAP, and the VWAP held that support in combination with, and I think you guys can see it, the fixed value area high. All right, so what we're looking for is a retest of the fixed value area high or the fixed PoC. And then in that case, we're looking at potentially a scenario where we close at least 1 or 2 candles bullish on the lower time frames, show us that we can hold that support, and then we take a long. Right? And then we take that long trade right there. And then we can put our stop loss below the lows, or we can put our stop loss below, let's say the PoC, right? The PoC is around, in this case would have been around, I think 30 pips or something like that. 30 pips, something in that matter. as your stop loss, you know, based below these lows here. Just look for that pullback and look for that continuation. So that's the idea, and this happens always. This happens a lot, right? Many times over, you can see this structure coming into play, where you know you initially look for that reclaim of the VWAP, but if you are super far from the VWAP, in this case, we're looking, of course, at the following. We're looking at this particular range right now. We are forming a new range, right? You can see it right here. We are breaking below it, okay? Now what I'm looking for is a break below the VWAP, below the POC in this case right here, right? Trading back towards it. Kind of looking like the manipulation, then a pullback, then a retracement, and then that continuation back towards this as our target, okay? Does it make sense, G's? It works. You should backtest it as well. We have been working with it. This is how I became funded with it. It's a very straightforward strategy. This is how I, you know, working towards that payout. It's pretty straightforward how this actually works. Okay. We obviously use the VARN profile. Why? Because these key levels just are just crucial, are absolutely insane when looking at potential move here, where we consolidate, or in this case expand, retrace, pullback, and that pullback shows us if we can hold that resistance, and if you hold that resistance, we take the trade further towards the downside, which is then going to be the 25.52 on futures or something like that. And then on gold spot, you're going to see something similar, okay, something like that. And then you can kind of see that potential, right? The pullback potential that we have here. And then based upon that, we can look for a pullback, retracement, rejection, and then continuation. We can always confirm it with the dollar, right? Is the dollar breaking out? Is the dollar breaking structure on the lower time frame? Is there a chance that we look for a breakthrough moment? If that's the case, then it kind of just increases the odds practically of what we're doing here. So that's what we're doing here. We're finding a balance between looking for the right moments in the market. Either going to be a scalp, it's either going to be a day trade, it's either going to be a swing trade. My goal will be in the future, personally for me, because I've been trading for so long already now, that I'm going to work more towards the swing trading. But when I want to have a quick scalping session, and it makes sense, I can always integrate that. So finding the sweet spot between, you know, giving myself some more free time, you know, making money, getting to these big trades, and then on the side, when I want to have some fun as well, you know, playing with the markets right here, looking for my potential scalps when the market gives me the right conditions to play and work with. All right, that's the idea, and I think we're gonna like it. I think it's a great way of looking at this this way. How do I get my fund at next challenge account? Open a customer support ticket in our community in Discord, and then the customer support gets back to you, or I get back to you, and we get it sorted. Okay. Aaron says, is gold historically bullish or bearish during the last week of August? Historically, gold is more on the, I mean, we can check it out. I think it's more on the bearish side. It's slightly on the bearish side. Okay. You can see it right here, based upon the last $10 Let's look at 10 years. 55% of the time, right? So it's pretty even, to be honest. It's pretty even. September though is where it gets very interesting. 91% of the time, and we have been coming up aggressively, right? We have been pushing up super aggressively already. So where do the big trades come from for us, or the scalps come from us? For me personally, it's still a clear set of rules, right, that we have to follow. You just don't really have to worry too much about the entry models. With day trading, it's much more important to look at the entry models, okay? Whereas with, you know, scalping, it's much more important that we utilize the retracements, the pullbacks, and just wait for a candle closure to see how we go here. We want to make sure that we trade below the fixed POC, that we get below the fixed POC, and that we take it potentially back towards the VWAP, right? Taking out the lows here, coming back down. And this is, I think, is going to be somewhat of a it's still going to be a pretty decent move overall. But yeah, something like this, you can see it right now. We have been pulling back. We're holding above the POC now at the moment. So let's just look at the fixed POC currently. And I definitely want to see this breaking and retracing, holding that resistance and then pulling back down. You are currently holding above the POC. So I hope you guys can see that right now. Obviously, this is, you know, this is the case at the moment. You can see clearly that this is happening. This is actually pretty good risk reward, by the way. Even if you put the stop loss above the highs, it's still pretty decent, pretty decent risk reward. But it depends on how we retrace. Okay. Yeah. So what do you want to see? I want to see something like this: breakdown, pullback, retracement, something like that on the 5-minute time frame, right? 5 minutes, 3 minutes doesn't really matter. Something like that is what we are, what we're looking for. Nice. Anonymous says it's currently overvalued. People sell off half a month before the cut, taking profits. Would not be surprised. Do you watch the charts off stream too? Of course, all the time, man. I wake up with the charts and I go to bed with the charts. Yeah. Most likely, it's kind of like an addiction. You know, it's not social media scrolling through all these videos to me. To me, it's opening some random chart and just start staring at that shit. Yes, sir. Any insight for Bookmap? Yeah, Bookmap right now currently is showing us that we are, I mean, like, what is Bookmap showing us? It's kind of like holding up. Let's see if we can, heading into that resistance there. Okay. Heading into that resistance. 1 second. Let's see if you're alive or if we have to restart it. We have to restart it. 1 second. Let me check it later. I'll open the Bookmap as well. In this case, you can also see how good the gold is holding above that fixed POC level, right? That's why we like to work with volume levels. They never lie. They always do the thing. It's always a guess. Are we going to hold here? Or are we going to potentially bounce, break, and turn it and flip it into resistance and come back to the VWAP, right? That's kind of the thought process behind it. But in this case, yeah, we just, you know, we're holding here right now at the moment. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Super nice, by the way. Super nice. But yeah, that's the way to do it. For sure. Lorenzo, what's your win rate when it comes down to scalping? I mean, it's pretty high. I mean, of course, you're going to have a lot more of these. You can see it right here, right? $5, $20, $12 loss, $0 loss, $5 loss, right? So you're going to have a lot of these like small losses. Like cut these trades quickly when things do not really align with what we want to see here, right? But the trades are usually the bigger ones, right? The trades are usually the bigger ones that we're looking at, right? So that's kind of the way to do it. You have to be much more aggressive with closing your positions as well, or securing yourself as well when it makes sense, in order to let your winners run a little bit, especially on the lower time frame. You're not in the trade long, so obviously, you know, that's the ideal case. That's the ideal case scenario, right? We're looking into the that momentum play. That momentum play where we keep our losses small and we win bigger, right? And you know, it doesn't seem like much, but if you do that on a day-to-day basis, and you have we're testing it out right now with 100K, but if you test it out with like, you know, 500K, it's game over, of course, right? So that's the way to look at it and where you can grow into. I never recommend to go big. Right? Same with our swing trade. Our swing trading, you know, prop firm challenge with Vantage next right now. We are up around 2%. Okay. We're not going to take that big either. Okay, of course we have a 200k account, but I mean, I would not recommend you to start with that if you start out as a trader. I would recommend you start out lower, create a proof for yourself, set up the right processes. Once you start making some money, you can always scale, man. Don't rush that shit. Just don't rush it. Don't rush it. No need to rush that shit. Okay, please explain how to choose your right range for volume profile indicator. Why did you choose yours from 430 to 830? Good question, my G. Well, simple, man. I just look at the structure, right? Where things start to consolidate. Like, it's pretty subjective, man. I mean, you can play around with it a little bit, right? The only thing that you're looking for is the response time, right? But what I like to see is I like to just look at, okay, where did we consolidate for a long period of time? And where did we really broke out of the range, right? Where was that breakout? Right there, okay. Well, if that's the case, then this might be enough for me to work with, right? So I then utilize this to this. Potentially, it gives you the same. It gives you the same level, man. It gives you the same level. So you can see it from there, okay? I think makes a lot of sense from that angle. Currently, we're holding though. We're holding above the POC already. You can see how accurate it is. But yeah, man. We'll see if this is a continuation play or not. We're very expanded. Very overextended as well. You look at the hourly time frame. London session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, man. Let's see what the US Open will do. If the US Open will actually remain bullish. How much percent do you risk on a challenge account? How much on a funded account? Same, man. Well, it depends what you're looking for, right? So when I'm swing trading on my funded next challenge, right, my 200k challenge, you know, I could risk between 2 to 3% because I trade on the higher time frame. Easily, I could risk 2 to 3%. Okay. When it's on top step, right, and when I'm scalping, I'm just literally just looking at one or two contracts right here, right? On this, guys, we even have to trade the minis because we're trading 2 times 50k, so 100k. You're only allowed to have 2 contracts open, so we're not trading with that big of a big amount of contracts right now. It's not really necessary as well, okay? But you can scale it up later on. We're scaling it up. If the account grows, the amount of contracts grow. That's how it goes. It says it's a limit. You have a limit of 2 contracts. You can scale it up to 4, 5 contracts over time here. Okay. But for now, we're holding, huh? We're holding above that level. We're holding about the FIxed PoC. We could easily continue to drive here, by the way. No offense. We could easily continue to drive here. But if you do break down, it only makes it more appealing. Good question. I was thinking the same with swing trading. The range is clear, but I don't get when I'm looking at the previous weekly or the early previous daily. When I look at swing trading, bro, I will mainly look at fixed levels. Fixed and swings. Fixed and swings. Yeah. Mainly look at fixed levels or swing levels, something like that. Lorenzo, can gold come down today? So far, looking good, man. So far, it's looking very strong. But, you know, we're pretty overextended now. Let's be honest. We have been coming up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And currently, we are, I mean, we're looking very good. We've seen it here as well, right? We kept moving and moving and moving. Especially after a period right here, but at some point we might decide to roll over. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see what the New York Stock Exchange will tell us to do here. Dollar is very weak. Lorenzo, does Fund Next have a consistency percentage for the challenges? No. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. If you trade futures, yes, definitely. If you trade CFDs, you can do whatever you want. You can hold these trades over the weekend. You can do whatever you want. Can you trade futures on Fund Next? No, Fund Next is CFDs. All right, so Fund Next is in my opinion where I would love to use it for is the swing trading approach. Swing trading, day trading, all amazing stuff on Fund Next, right? When I'm scalping, there's only one way. It's either personal money or a funded account. Holding strong, G's. Holding strong. Holding strong. Lorenzo, what's the best thing to do in regards to trading? Day trading, scalping, or swing trading? For me in the future, swing trading 100%. Nothing will beat swing trading. Why? Because you can get into the monster trades. You can get into the right trades in the market. It's a set and forget approach. You get in, you set your strategy up. You know, you get into your trades. You don't have to look at the charts all the time. You can make the same amount of money, if not more money, when doing it this way, when you do it the right way. The beautiful thing about swing trading as well is that you are constantly learning about the bigger picture of the market. You're constantly learning about fundamentals. You're learning about why price is moving, what the key drivers are of the market to move to a certain direction. So my ideal case would be later, swing trading, making the majority of my money with swing trading and scalping on the side. That would be the ideal case scenario. A hybrid between scalping and day trading on the side. When I feel like it, when I see that, you know, the things are aligning, when I see the potential in the market. Yeah. Do you have higher risk when swing trading? You don't need higher risk at all. Of course, 2 to 3% is more than enough. You can take multiple swing trades, by the way. You can let them run quicker. You know, there are so many different ways. People think that, you know, swing trading usually takes too long. And because it takes too long, you can make less money. Who believes that swing trading is less money, is equivalent to less money? Let me know in the chat if you think that swing trading is in essence equivalent to not making enough money, like it's less money. Yeah, right? Exactly. You can do both. You can do both. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Swing trading require more skills. A bigger understanding of the market for sure, yeah. Market structure is not going to do it. But it's also very interesting. It's also very interesting. Dollar is tanking, geez. Dollar is tanking. Dollar is actually so weak all week long. We're heading to the downside. We are coming back lower and lower. We're getting towards critical support soon, geez. And if gold stays stagnant and gold is not moving up, because look at gold. Gold's not really pushing hard, right? And we're tapping into this zone, and the dollar keeps dropping. We're tapping into this support. Easily break later on, but in the short term, this is all that we care about. We tap into that support. I mean, yeah, then you know, let's see what happens with gold. Hold on a second, jeez. And it's so freaking hot here, it's insane. So the camera can't survive. Dollar is dying. Yeah, dollar is dying. That means that you know, we're gonna find some support at some point. At some point. The question is where though. Yeah, but so far, man, if the dollar remains weak like that, then gold should be booming right now. Gold should be booming right now. Nice. Let me fix my air conditioning. Okay, please show us the formula for the basket in Trading View. I drop it in the chat for you, my friend. I drop it in the chat for you. I think we have it somewhere here. I'll get it for you in the traders chat. So join our Discord, man, and I'll drop it in there. I'll drop the complete watch list, okay? You don't have to build it yourself. Fuck that, man. You don't need to build it yourself. Here you go, G. Pay the chat. Do you use gold for correlations with the Australian dollar much? Sometimes, man. It depends on the dollar, man. If gold and you can utilize it yourself, you can confirm it. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Use this tool, man. Use the correlation coefficient. That's what it's called. Correlation coefficient. Okay, and then you just put the Australian dollar, US dollar, and then depending on what you trade. There we go. You can see how correlated it actually is. Right? If it's above 0, it's correlated. If it's below 0, it's negatively correlated. Right? You can use the higher time frame to have a more accurate understanding. Okay? Easy. Hourly closure done. We're heading towards the US Open. Nice. Anyways, thank you for the LTA e-book. Shout out to you, man. No problem, no problem. We're gonna upgrade the ebook. We're gonna come with a second version. Day trading, swing trading, scalping, fundamentals, correlations. We're gonna create the most epic edition, man. The most epic edition. Next level. We're gonna make sure that it's gonna be a real book. It's gonna be physical. It's gonna be an ebook for free. If you are a G, you can get the physical version. We're gonna get this one sorted. What to do with gold? We have been really overextended in my opinion right now. We have been bouncing off of the FIxed PoC. We came back down, we're pushing up. If we manipulate the highs, we re-break the lows. I want to take a trade back towards the VWAP. All right, we're scalping today. The breakdown, break, retest, small retest, lower time frame, 3-minute time frame. Break, retest, continuation. We know that gold can go on forever because it's gold. But at the same time, London and Asia were extremely bullish today. Question is New York is going to make a little of a retracement back towards healthy levels, you know. Healthy retracement back towards 2508. Potentially moving back up. If we do break down, of course, you know what we're looking for. Consolidation, manipulation. Expansion to the downside. Then I'm looking for a short retest trade. I'm gonna go back into the bigger trades with my personal money, right? We're looking for a nice clean break to the downside. But for now, these are the scenarios we're looking at. Like pullback, continuation, or breakdown. But not for us right now. We're looking internally, right? On the lower time frames. We're looking to trade our way back down if we get the confirmation. Make it bigger. There we go. Gold's pushing down, jeez. Question is, are we going to hold support here? Is this going to be support? Are we going to break it? That's the question of today. That's what we're trying to see. What size do you trade? We're currently trading on the funded accounts here on Top Step. That's it. We have the gold spot chart for you guys regardless. It's really, really accurate right now. So when we're scalping, we're just using the funded accounts. We're just testing Top Step out. I've never worked with Top Step before, so it's actually... I mean, it's quite nice so far, but I'm not sure about the rules yet. I'm still trying to get deeper into futures. When we're swing trading, of course, we're taking much bigger trade setups. The M says, I'm not a scalper, more a swing trader and impatiently waiting for the updated LTA e-book. Yeah. Still holding, geez. Still holding. Future Mind says, I'm a scalper. LTA helped me a lot. Nice. You can see how beautiful these confirmations are. This was actually super good trade yesterday. That was the trade yesterday. Yesterday. Yes, sir. Not yesterday, by the way. No, this was the trade yesterday. My bad. My bad. My bad. $1 through $600. Was actually not gold, by the way. It was the Swiss franc. Yeah, if you break down here, if you really break down here and we start pulling back, we're getting rejected, then the VWAP is our target. Kind of leading us into this zone. You can see how beautifully these levels are holding on the lower time frame. It happens over and over and over again. Same thing happens here. All right, beautiful range. You do manipulate out of it. You have to fix very high. Why? Because we're bullish here. We're looking at we're bullish biased. If we're bullish biased, then we're looking at this support. So beautiful break, clean, retest, trade, boom. Even here, even this range right here. Look at that. Look at that. The POC, super clean. Still coming back down, taking out the lows first. So it's range, breakout, retest, or range, breakout, manipulation, retest. That depends on the bias that we have. Right? That depends on our bias. You can see that here as well on a smaller scale. We were consolidating here. Right there, we retested it. Ooh, where are we? Came back. Very similar move. You can see that right there as well, the POC. The fixed POC as well here. Look at how he came back. Got rejected from it. Right? Push down. Rejected from it. Push down. So we're range spotting right now, my friends. We're range spotting. We're spotting the ranges. Still holding above it. Still holding above these levels. Mohammed says, Mr. Lorenzo, I want to learn LTA concept, but my English is not so good. Do you have people like me in the course? It depends what you prefer, my friend. A Google Translate is an option. Of course, you have AI right now, your best friend. That can help you out here. But if you want to be in our group and you want to be actively involved, of course, English is a necessity. Right? In order to participate, you know, we have to talk English. That's the only thing. But if you want to learn with the free ebook, you want to get it sorted, there are tons of ways you can translate it. But you need the white edition. We have a white edition and black edition. So if you sign up at LTAconcepts.ai, all right, and you get the ebook, you rush me a free copy, then you can choose between the dark version and the light version. Okay? Very, very easily. And then you can translate. Selling is still counter trading. Yes, it is counter trading. I agree. But we're extremely overextended now, in my opinion. But I do agree. We're counter trading here. We're anticipating a pullback. We want to see a pullback on a bigger scale to look for continuation. And I maybe want to trade that pullback, but only with the right confirmation, of course. So, and then we can see what will happen. Will we see something like this? If you see something like this, you guys know we're going to trade this. We know we trade the pullback. We use the whole range. We're going to look for a retest into these levels and we're going to take a short. This is how we took our short a couple days ago, right? That big short right there after that rejection. But for now, not needed. I mean, I'm not that impressed though. Like you know, the dollar has been absolutely collapsing right now. Tanking. Absolutely destroyed. So gold should be going up. So yeah, if you see the dollar finding some support, maybe in the US Open, maybe the US Open will give us that push. What settings on the fixed range indicator? It's in the ebook. Page number 13. I can dream this shit right now. I dream it. Page number 13. Boom. Yeah. Lorenzo, is your VIP still open? Yes, sir. VIP. Days from now, roughly 10 more days, we're gonna be open here. 10 more days, and then we're closed. We have been closed, and we usually close for around 1 to 2 months. We close down here. We have our group. It's absolutely packed. We want to make sure that we, you know, we don't get constantly new guys into our group here. Indeed. So yes. When you join though, make sure you post an introduction. It's critical to us here. If you joined or recently have joined, post an introduction. I see some guys join but didn't post their introduction. Important to do so, right? Get your introductions up. I'll read it in a second too. Let's see if it can break, man. That'll be nice. Lorenzo, what does leader 1 mean in Top Step? Leader 1 means copy trading. So you have 2 accounts. You can have up to 5 accounts. We have another challenge as well here on the side. Where we're just testing it, see how it works, see how the platform works. Get funded, get some payouts, see how it goes. How do I choose the dark theme version of the ebook? I love it so much. You can choose it in the your email. Yeah, I think it takes you a couple hours to go through. You know, it's kind of like going back to the to primary school, right? A lot of pictures, a lot of pictures, but a lot of text, a lot of pictures though. A lot of examples. Still holding above. Wow. We need to update though for sure. Yes, I agree. Last ebook got released in, I think it was April. Yeah, April or May. So it's been like 3 months now, which is actually not that old if you think about it. But yeah, we have a lot more new things in the making. I do agree with you. Don Pablo says, guys, pro tip, pumping LTA playlist in the gym and tag me later. That's what we do, man. When I'm skipping on a Saturday morning and I'm sparring and I'm preparing for a sparring session, I put on the LTA playlist. Easy. Easy. Hey Lorenzo, I have a similar goal of gearing more towards swing trading. Any tips on how to shift your mindset from just scalping for a few months? We're going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do it. Stick with the streams. I'm going to show you. Because we're not going to always be scalping. I'm super aware of swing trades. And I'm looking for the right swing trades. I hope in the last month that this previous reaction that we traded, right, on the 30-minute time frame, this was right here. I was looking for that swing trade already. I was looking for that consolidation, expansion, retrade, continuation, and potentially the top. Understanding the seasonality of gold, understanding the supply and demand data of gold. But again, market timing, you know, trade management is a given. Right? Same thing for this one. Consolidation, manipulation, expansion, and retracement, and then a massive 1000 pip move to the downside. Sometimes even bigger, right? Same thing here. Consolidation, manipulation, expansion, massive move to the downside. 800 pips, came up, came down. Total, you know, 1200 pip move, right? So of course I'm not gonna, you know, not take these type of setups when I see these patterns in the market. It's actually my priority to look for these type of setups, but they're not gonna appear every single day, right? And when I want to stay active and I want to have something on the side, I have this. We are in all-time high territory. So I cannot work with daily levels. I cannot target the previous daily high or, you know, the previous daily low right now. So day trading for me is not really an option now. Holding on to the 30-minute time frame, take a trade on 30-minute time frame, hold on towards it. But a pullback around the US Open, I could take that. I could take that. Sometimes I'm really worrying, is trading is really possible to be mastered and be profitable? Yes, if you have a clear and clean process, and I think that, man, swing trading is one of the best things that you can do to create that process for yourself, to get a big understanding of the markets. 100%. The most successful traders I know are swing traders. That doesn't mean you cannot scalp. That doesn't mean you cannot look for day trades, right? There are tons of good things in the market sometimes, but it's not a given. It's not a given. It's not, oh, I'm going to trade every day and I'm going to make a bit of money every day. Sometimes you need to, you know, look for the bigger picture. Skinny D says scalping up 2% over 10 trades in a month. Swing trading up 10% over 3 trades. There we go. There we go. We're going to do both, G's. We're going to do both. And in the future, I will create much more content on my channel. Talking about swing trading. Talking about fundamentals. I also want to innovate, you know? Step up my game. Not today, though. Not today. We can break the highs. If you do break the lows, shorting it. We are respecting it really nicely. Is day trading we mean we close a position at the end of the day, either profit or loss? You can close it at the end of the day. You can hold it for a couple days. It depends what you're looking for. But day trading comes really handy when you anticipate a big move during your trading session. So right now you can see that the London session was the biggest session of today, right? You can see this right now at the moment. This move from London was around 250 pips. What tends to happen in the summer is when that move happens, New York is going to be a little bit more slow. And if you start looking for day trades for New York, and you're looking for a bigger move, like usually, you know, you're not going to see that happen. Usually, right? That's why we look at a scalping trade now. If, let's say, Asia and London have been building up that liquidity or have been consolidating, and it comes down and New York opens, boom. And we are in an uptrend. Long, big trade, taking out the previous daily highs, for example, or the previous weekly highs, for example. Right, that's the idea of day trading. London has been killing it though, man. Wow, London has been absolutely killing it with New York, with gold. Who has been trading gold in London, man? I'm crazy. Lorenz, what are you looking for when you're swing trading? I'm looking for a couple factors in the market. I'm looking for the CUT data. I want to understand the bigger picture. We have this indicator for you right here. We created it for you. Okay, it shows you exactly what the institutions are doing for real. What large speculators are doing. Right, they're 86% long. What retail traders are doing, they're 65% long. They became even more bullish. It's a free indicator. You can get it in our Discord right here. You go to the Discord section, you go to the LTA indicator section, and you click on this link. You click on it right here, visit the website, and then you click on add to your favorites. And then you know on every pair that you trade what at least the sentiment is. Not the sentiment, the actual holdings are at that moment, week by week. And you can backtest it and you can see this change. And when it changes, you can see the difference, the net difference. And then you can figure out, do they become more bullish or do they become more bearish? Let me tell you this, retail's usually on the wrong side. Usually on the wrong side. kind of a cool tool. But that's one layer, right, for swing trading, right? That's one layer to look at. The other layer is the valuation, or the forecasting, the understanding of the bigger picture. Like, how bullish are we? How bearish are we on average every single month? We look at everything. I'm looking bearish for Bitcoin until October. I'm bearish for Bitcoin until October. I think in October we're gonna go up. All right, we're still holding, geez. We're still pushing. Damn. Dollar. Still weak, still weak, still weak. 2 minutes before the open. We need that indicator on the ebook as well. Yes. All these other things are coming in the ebook as well. Yeah. Exactly. Look at gold on 1 hour time frame, by the way. Look at gold on 1 hour time frame. Unstoppable force. For now. For now. For now. For now. Is Vantage the best broker? Bro, I freaking love Vantage. Freaking love Vantage. They have an app. Download the Vantage app. You should check it out. You can go, you can scroll through all your accounts. Super nice, super clean. It's like you don't need MetaTrader when you have Vantage right here. You don't need MetaTrader. You have the Vantage app. Very nice. Agnes, I don't know about Agnes. I don't know about Agnes. Still holding up, geez. Still holding up. Dollar is still weak. We have the open right now. We set in a new high. So far we're looking very strong still. Very interesting how strong we have been holding above this range. Lorenzo, why don't you buy? Well, the thing is about gold right now at the moment, man. Of course, gold is extremely bullish, right? We can't lie it right now. We talked about it. Well, we're also extremely overextended right now. Extremely overextended right now. So I would not be surprised if you would see a turnaround later on this session. It's gonna patiently wait through. In this case, though, we saw the consolidation, we saw the break, we saw the retracement, we held that support. So it's the same pattern. If you would turn it around, you would get that same strain, that same setup. The tender said, do they have merchants for deposit and withdrawals? Merchants. What do you mean with that? What do you mean with merchants? Yassine says, I was looking for potential sell, but didn't get the market confirmation, saved from a potential loss. Yeah, man, just wait and see what happens if you start breaking down here. What is your lockout period for Top Step, your funded account? My lockout period is the following. $750 on the 50K account. So two 50K accounts, 100K with $1,500. So 1.5%. All right, we're slowing down. We're slowing down. So what does it mean? That means that I'm automatically done for the day when I breach that 1.5%. What does New York do? New York swept the highs indeed. First thing that happens here. Now the question is there going to be follow through, or we're going to turn around? If we're going to turn around, you know what we're looking for. We're only working with ranges. When we're scalping, we're only working with ranges. We need to see somewhat of a range. Ranges contain information. If you break out of the range, any trade is there. Any pullback, retracement, continuation, that's a trade. If we are bullish, we look for this. Right? We look for that continuation. If you anticipate a pullback, we look for the manipulation, preferably breakdown, retracement, push down. Like, these are the two patterns I work with. That's it. In this case, we were bullish biased right here. You saw that during London. All right, it did came down here. It held the lows. It did manipulate. So you consolidate it, you manipulate it, and you expand it. You had the VWAP. You tested the VWAP as support. This is that range. You had the fixed value high. You tapped into the fixed value high. You can get it in the ebook. And that was the low. And you target the highs. The highs. That's that. So the only way I would scalp is looking for ranges. Ranges are king for me personally to look for scalp trading. When I take entries, it has to be a range. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing a range. We don't know how big the range is going to be. We'll figure that out once we do come back and it do gets into our favor. Right now, we did swipe the lows or the highs. Now we're turning around to. So if you have this range and we break down, we want to come below the POC. And I want to target the lows. The VWAP. Yassine says, I was looking for a potential sell, didn't get a market confirmation, saved me from a potential loss. Bro, nice. Sometimes that's the better play. Yes, there we go. We want to see something like this. There we go. Okay, we're breaking it. Let's see if we can close below. Ooh, that's aggressive, geez. Wow. That's aggressive. That's aggressive. So the fixed POC is here. How big is this range? This is around 74. This is around 89. Still holding up, right? Still closing above it. want to see a closure below. That level is insane. That level is insane. 2522, 2522.6. Wow. I need that closure, man. Closure below or a retest, something like that. So break, retest, target. If you can create a lower high, would be even better. Why? Smaller stop loss. Push up, breakdown, retest, boom. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute time frame. Stop loss above the highs. If we break down, then we have to put it there. Still closed above though. On the 3 minute. Strong support there at the FIxed PoC. But if you close below it, that's bearish, man. Abdus says, hey Lorenzo, where is gold setups channel on your Discord server? Is it paid now? Gold, you mean the trader chat. It's just called the trader chat, that's it. No difference, no difference. What would you look for if you break down and retest something like this? I mean, it depends on the lower high. If you do create a lower high, let's say you come up, you get rejected here, and you break down. Stops go above the highs. It depends, right? It depends, but the lower the better, of course. Where are our highs right there? What do you want to see? Break, retest, boom. Wonder if they lure everyone into sells? Could be, but at the same time, we did swipe the highs, and it is a given for the New York Open here to do that. London has been bullish, Asia has been bullish. New York Open swipe the highs. Let the range tell us the story. How much percentage do you risk when scalping? The problem right now is that I cannot risk too much yet because I have this account funded right now, right? Just now. Cannot risk too much yet. Okay? You need to skate it up. That's the rule. That's the rule. You are... you need to skate it up. That's what we figured out. We need to skate it up first. So yeah. Anyways, then we skate it up first. No problem. Man, that level, man. Wow. What are we waiting for? Waiting for the break. Yes, sir. We're waiting for the break. We're waiting for the break. So far, it's holding up. Still. When you say look at the wider picture, what do you think? Higher time frame, news, volume, of course. What else? Valuation against other commodities. The seasonality of gold. What is the tendency over the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years? The CT data. What is retail doing? How bullish are they? What are the hedge funds doing? And what is the commercials doing? What is the supply and demand data telling us? All of these factors. That's what we're looking for. And when it comes down to a day trade or a swing trade, you guys know what pattern we're looking for. We talked about this pattern. We took this trade last week. Didn't play out. We managed to take profits, secure ourselves, risk-free. Price came back up. But it happens over and over again. Over and over again. But at some point, the big move is going to come. Not yet now. Wow, that level is holding up. That fixed PoC, man. Wow. Future matches with every dip and sudden spike, our hearts might skip a beat, but LTA keeps us in the fight, even whenever we're in defeat. That's it, my friend. That's it. That's it. Must for the next challenge account rules like daily loss limit and overall loss limit. Account rules are 5% and 10%. 5% daily, 10% overall if you do the evaluation. Easy, man. Risk. If you're a swing trader, I risk 2 to 3% per trade because I'm very certain about the trade I take. I use a lot of confluences on the higher time frame and fundamentals to make my decision. So 3% sometimes, 2% regularly. If you are day trading and you use funded next, just take 0.51% per trade. That's it. If you are a day trader. All right. Funded next has 8% off right now. You can click on the link right here by typing in Limitless 8. Click on the link right here. Sign up and start your own challenge right now. If you are profitable and you can make between whatever 3 to 4% a month, then the only thing that you need is more capital. Stress-free. I'm heading to that same direction. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I want to create more credibility, and I can do this with a $100,000 account, a $200,000 account. I've traded with as much as $500,000 a year and a half ago. Most of that money is in crypto. But the true credibility comes from payouts, funded challenges, and why not? If you can do it, if I can do it, then you can do it. Easy. Buyers are not letting go of that fixed PoC. It's crazy, yeah. Yeah, it's insane. Could have bought there 3 times. But what it literally did now was it swiped the highs and it swiped the lows. So it literally swiped the highs, now it swiped the lows. Now the question is this gonna be the real move? We're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. What is the affiliate code for Vantage sign up deposit? Oh, you don't need a code. You can just click on the link. Lorenzo, why are you scalping now? I'm scalping now because of the understanding of the all-time high. And I'm aiming for a pullback. That's what I'm looking for. An exhaustion for gold, at least short-term pullback. We can still talk about continuations. We can still talk about a short trade based upon this previous range. If you do break below this range, I'm all into shorts. I'm all into shorts. Right? I'm all into trading on the bigger time frames. For now, we have our scalping variant. A lot of guys have been asking for a scalping variant for LTA Concepts. It's very simple. What's simple? Not easy, but it's simple. If that makes sense. What are you looking for? A range. That's it. A range. A range. A range. We trade ranges. Range. Right there, a range. You see that? This range. Kind of look at this zone. You have that previous level. You consolidate, you break out. You manipulate the highs first. You pull back in the POC. You get rejected from the POC. This is your short. Stop loss above the high, starting the lows. If you have the VWAP as well here, you know, sometimes you take profits in the VWAP. If you break below it, then you need to reclaim back above it. You know, that's how you can manage it here. I love examples. I love examples. But for right now, we're building a new range. We're still not breaking out of the range. We're still building and building and building. The only thing is we're holding it, man. We're holding it. So, you know, you could say, yeah, gold is overexposed. Or overexposed. That's not even the right sentence. Overextended. Does it mean it cannot continue to go? I mean, it could, man. We know how gold moves. You know how gold moves. We all know how gold moves. Once we close below, though, I'm pretty confident. Bro, how's your boxing? Great. Thank you, man. We have 4 professional fighters. We are now the official sponsor. So Limitless is now the official sponsor of our own gym. And we are sponsoring 4 professional fighters with Limitless right now. So these guys are going to get paid by us. If they win, they get a bonus. They're wearing Limitless shorts. We're building the Limitless ring. We're building everything around Limitless. Alright, you guys are gonna love it. Massive on the wall. 3 meters. Limitless on the wall. On the ring. It's a work in progress. Work in progress. So if you want to join, come to Lions MMA Bali. I'll see you there. Man, I can't believe you're holding above it. Wow. How many rounds you spar in a day? We always spar 10 rounds. 10 3-minute rounds. One-minute break. 30 degrees Celsius. I think the dollar is still, I think dollar is just still tanking, right? That's what's happening. Dollar is still tanking. Yeah. Does sparring not hurt? Not really. You don't really feel it. Does sparring make you ugly? I don't know, you decide. Potential buy entry instead. Listen, if we break out aggressively and we pull back, yeah, I would definitely reconsider the initial move here. But I maintain what I'm looking for right now. Look at this hourly candle. It looks fantastic. Not gonna lie, it looks fantastic. Okay, we started to flip here, but if you look at the 15-minute, that doesn't look that fantastic to me. This looks to me like an exhaustion. This looks like we're getting overextended. This looks like we're trying to go, but we can't. We have been breaking aggressively. New York, you know, late London, we started to slow down. And now New York is just hovering around, waiting for that big move to happen. It's slowly coming down here. And the last thing that I want to see for bullish continuation is slowly grinding up. So I'm going to stick with it and sit it up. Anything, right? Anything like this is fine to me. Anything, any breakdown. Any breakdown, anything like this, back to the VWAP, something like that, like a breakdown, depending on where the last lower high is, something like that, breakdown, push down. Baron says, I want to spar with you, 5K, bet. What do you think? I will come by next month. Okay, weight, size. Sorry, weight and height, please. Your weight and height. If you're not the right fit for me, then we have my friend here. Co-founder of the Limitless Trading Academy. Founder of Limitless, the brand. Gavin Dentis. Maybe you can fight him instead. Like long and now for me would be a no-go. London was perfect, right? We saw the trade London. We saw this beautiful consolidation here. Lower time frame, 5 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, whatever. You see this break, you see this consolidation. Manipulation, expansion, boom. Retracement. You always pick the previous range. You always pick the previous range. But why are you not bullish? Currently, don't you think we should try to buy from the support? If you pull back from support, yes. If you pull back to support, I would be, you know, I would definitely reevaluate, right? For sure. But this will be only 30 minutes, 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame. Reza, how big are you? How tall are you? I'm like 6'3". Hey Lorenzo, I've been in touch with Gavin. I'm bringing you some strobe waffles from Holland. Sure you wouldn't mind some? Of course not. Thank you very much, my friend. It's the best. If there's something I'm missing, it's strobe waffles. If you don't know what it is, it's a Dutch thing. Lorenzo, if you could trade, if LTA Concepts had its own TV show, would it be a reality show about trading drama? No. No drama involved. No drama involved. We will be doing a challenge with our top tier traders from our community. We give them capital and we let them trade and battle it out. We're going to have a battle and we're going to record everything, the whole journey, their whole experience on the trading floor, the real trading floor. That would be the ideal case scenario. Lorenzo, check out the trading floor. What's happening in the trading floor? Yeah, big shout out to Julien. Nice. Killing it today. Killing it today. My man Callock in the building. What is he doing? Euro GBP. Longs right now. Currently entered right now. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Keep it up, and I'll see you guys after this session. And I'm gonna see what's up with you guys. RJ killing it on the NASDAQ. Continuing the previous weekly bullish movement. Looking into other indices. Use 30 S&P for confirmation. The weakness of the VIX. Into consideration Lorenzo's bullish bias on indices. I also maintain bullish bias for the week. I was looking into bigger retracement at the beginning of the week. Previous daily very low. Perfect. Amazing entry, man. Amazing, amazing, amazing entry. Amazing entry. Like I said, guys, you guys joined. Some of you guys joined as well. Need to see your introductions here. When you join, place your introduction. Very important. We close down in 10 days. We want to make sure that all the introductions are done, man. Is the LTA concept, would it work on an EA, an expert advisor? If it can draw volume, right, and it can dissect ranges, then maybe. But it seems very complicated. It seems very complicated to me, to be honest. Yeah, what's happening in New York session today, G's? What do you guys think so far? Pretty choppy, yeah. This is common. This is not unusual, all right? Whenever London is aggressive, especially the London session. All right, look at the London session here, 250 pip move. Then New York is sometimes, especially during summer, a little bit, you know what I mean? Pretty common. Anyways, what do you think will happen if we break below the FIxed PoC? If we actually break below it and actually close below it, yeah, man, I hope for bearish continuation, man. Bearish continuation. Back to the weekly support, VWAP, Azure TP. Back to the weekly support. Look at how strong you're holding here. Look at how strong you're. We did swipe the lows. If you now reclaim it and actually close below it, yeah, that seems very bearish to me right now. Very bearish to me. Same as the 50-minute time frame is showing us. I mean, it's choppy on both ends. You can see it, right? If we make the wicks a bit bigger or a bit more visible, then this is what it looks like, right? This New York session. Buys, sells, buys. Like it's right there. It's right there. Whereas we stream late today, I think the big move will still come later. I think so too, man. I think so too. And I think it could be around within the next 20 minutes. Before the 30-minute closure. Around the 30-minute closure. Yeah. Give me 1 second, please. Lorenzo, are we funded? Yes. How much? 100,000. 100,000. Yeah, just getting started with this the top star right now. Weird rules though. Weird rules. Consistency rule, scaling rule, payout rule. I'm still trying to grasp. How long did it take to pass it? A couple of weeks. Very easy, very slow, very steady, no rushing. Very easy. Do you still trade with your own money? Of course, of course. But I'm only taking bigger trades. So we saw it Thursday, right? Trading with my own money, only taking the bigger trades. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can slow down here, geez. If it's time now. We set before the 30-minute closure. We set that. Let's see if it happens. Does Vantage help you or are you experimenting? I'm doing this for credibility purposes. I'm doing this to show you my transparency. I'm doing this to show that I'm capable of doing it for the community. It's much more than just the money side of things. Because you can trade a lot of money, all cool. But this is super relatable. And it's also nice. It's a new thing. I like it. Not gonna lie, weird rules though. So if you don't want to have any weird rules, then take it for the next challenge, all right? Very easy. You can hold your trades over the weekend. You can swing trade as well if you want to hold your trades a bit longer. Yeah, we're waiting for this to break. If it breaks, you know what we're gonna do. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like, you know, something like this, right? We're looking for the breakdown. It's actually not that difficult. Very simple break. You have that critical key level, right? The 25.22, 25.22 fixed very low in the POC. Crazy support. Surprisingly strong, actually. I'm gonna break below that better level. And look for that continuation back to the weekly support where we initially came from, right? The VWAP is like your TP point. This is where you put your stops on break even. This is where you take profits. So you want to kind of see this breakdown and then that continuation. Could be smart to start shorting from the top of the range. I mean, it could be. But I mean, what is the confirmation then? Like, what is the confirmation we're looking for? We're gonna trade back into the range. You might hold here. We might, you know what I mean? We have so many structure here, so much structure. If I want to take a trade, I want to take a trade outside of the range, not inside of the range. If that makes sense. It would be the ideal case though, right? Guessing that this is the top. Stop loss above the highs. Starting down. The moment you're down, you're already in profit. I do get it. I do get it. But no, the strategy that we're applying here is range, manipulation break, or range, consolidation, retracement. We call this the CME or CESD pattern. can find it on page number 32. No, sorry. No. 40. Regardless of the time frame. Irrelevant. Yeah, let's see if we can break down here. Break. Weekly support. It's just like gold is just exhausted. If gold was supposed to go, it had to go already. Like gold already had to make that move to the upside, in my opinion. If you look on a 15-minute, it's even more visible how hard of a time we are having currently. We have a very hard time here. So maybe you mentioned what's the trade management on the GBP CAD. We already broke even on this trade here. We came down, we never took profits. We came back to our entry and price continued to rally. I was looking for another confirmation entry, a little bit higher, didn't get it. The British pound was holding up way too strong. I do anticipate though on a stronger Canadian dollar, but I said the only way the Canadian dollar can be strong is if the dollar is strong. And if the dollar is weak and it remains weak, then unfortunately the Canadian dollar will follow. Let's see if it closes before the 30-minute candle closure. So 1 hour into the USO. 10:30. GJ is dropping, yes. The yen is strong, very strong. British pound is weak. Not weak, but weaker. If the dollar is weak, the yen stays strong. The yen is favorable. FOREX says silver is already crumbling down. Will gold follow? I have a long setup for silver, by the way. I have a trade on silver, a swing trade on silver. which is from the swing POC on the daily time frame. If we pull back, daily time frame, push up further. I have it set. I hope price comes down towards the level. We'll see. We'll see. Mohammed says 97k. Yes, sir. We're getting closer to the 100 Gs. We're going to post content on our channel once we reach the 100,000 subscribers. We're going to talk about swing trading, about tools we use to make swing trading decisions. So if you are new, then smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Your boy's almost there, man. All right? Your boy's almost there. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. 2 years, man. 2 years. Are you in the sell trade? Not yet. No, I'm waiting for the breakdown. We might get there soon, though. Future Mind says, why did the trader bring a pencil to the market? To draw their own conclusions. Hey, we said it. 10:30. Listen, if the FIxed PoC holds this time, I eat my shoe. Is that a Dutch saying? I think so. Rose Angeles says this gold small rally aside slowly is to break the balance brokers that are sold. Shipley says Bitcoin dropped quite a lot too. I remain bearish on Bitcoin for the next coming weeks. We have a projection tool here. We can talk about the projection tool. Look at the projection forecasting tool for Bitcoin right here. Look at how accurate it was. You can select it. You can set it to 10 years, 3 years, 5 years, right? In this case, we tend to look at the 10 years. I don't know why it says 3 years, but anyways, look at that. Look at this high. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. Look at the local top. Look at the top. Look at the top. Look at the top. Look at how price created this bottom. Local top right there. Perfect. Started to drop more. Top, top, bottom, bottom. Think about this. This was a 30% gain. 30% move, by the way. It's a small range, but it's a 30% move. This was a local top, local top. We started to top out right now, and I think we're heading towards the downside. They say in October. Usually October is one of the best months for Bitcoin. 13%. Practically every single month has been a positive month in the last 5 years. Or it has been positive in the last 5 years, okay? October is usually the best month for Bitcoin. So I think we're heading there. I think we're overall looking very good. So yes, forecasting tool looks like we're looking extremely undervalued against the dollar, gold, and the NASDAQ. We're breaking down. Nice. Getting there. Dollar, gold, NASDAQ, extremely undervalued. And retail is extremely bearish. All right, we're break. Let's see if we break it. Let's see if we break it. Even this is like a 1 to, you know, even this is like it's too big of a stop loss, by the way. 1 to 1.5. We're gonna take profits here. We will end up at a 1 to 1. I mean, it could be, but the idea would be if you get a pullback, a little bit of a lower high. Lower high, so we can put our stop loss above the high. That would be the ideal case scenario. I think this time we're gonna break it though. Don't have to eat my shoe. Let's see. Let's see if we can close it now. We have been there before. Do you think it will go down very deeply? I think it could be a retest of the weekly support. Weekly resistance. Initially weekly resistance, now potentially weekly support. Let's see. But let's start off with the closure below. Yeah, that break, this is all great, but it's not about the trend line. It's about the fixed PoC and the fixed very low. Closed above it still. Closed above it. At least on the 3 minute. So currently we have the whole range. We have seen a break. This could be the break we're looking for. So you kind of have this now, this whole range. We're finally now breaking down. This is the PoC here. This is the very low. We have been bouncing from it so many times already. 1, 2, 3 times. This is the 4th time. Is the 4th time going to be the breakdown? They're holding. It's actually a good thing. You know why? If you do create a lower high, you have a better stop loss. If you do re-break the lows. Why didn't go short to double top? It's not my strategy. It's too random for me. I don't know where to put my stop loss. I only work with ranges. Ranges, breakouts, that's it. That's the strategy. Ranges, break, range, retest. Lower time frame. 3 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. Looking much weaker, right? I would love to see a lower high, of course. But otherwise, the stop loss is gonna be bigger. Where's the main support? The main support is gonna be, of course, it's gonna be right around the daily here. Or the 4 hour. Or the 1 hour, sorry, my bad. The 1 hour first, right? It's closing above. The 5-minute closed above. It's so strong. The fixed PoC is so strong. So any closure below, you know, it's done. Why not taking the bounce of the PoC? Look at the 15-minute, man. We could bounce. I'm not saying we will not bounce from it, but it's just it seems like we're slowing down here. It seems like we're slowing down. So yeah. For me, the ideal case will be, of course, you know, break, the retest, the continuation. Right? The bigger trend. The 1 hour retest, pullback, continuation. Gathering liquidity, continuing up until we're proving otherwise. If we do break below this range, this previous range, we trade the range. I would look at this range. I would do the same thing as I do now. I would have this tool. I would wait for the breakdown. I would wait for the retest. If you cannot break back above it, I'm shorting it to the next range. Right? That's the two scenarios. Either you're gonna break it, retest continuation, or retest continuation. Now we're on the lower time frame. Looking for EM4, yes. If we do have an EM4, so this is an EM4. If you do see this happening here, we now come up and we flip bearish and we break the lows. I'm in for a short, yeah. I'm in for a short. Why? Because you have the top of the range. We can target the 1 hour with the VWAP as our TP point. Unfortunately, only can take 2 mini contracts, which is nothing, unfortunately, with this account, but I need to scale it. That's the scaling rule. That's how they call it, the scaling rule. You need to start off with 2 contracts, and I cannot start with a big contract yet because I have 2 50K accounts, which is 100K, but it's a 50-50 deal, right? So you need to scale it up, and you can only work with 2 contracts. So, you know, that's just gonna be for now. You need to build this up. So stop loss above the highs, that's it. Stop loss above the highs, wherever the highs are. Unless it's not here. Guys, can you explain the scalability rule, the scaling plan? Yeah, that's 2 lots, 2 contracts, below $1,500 in profit. We're up $600, $1,200 in total, right? $600. So you have to wait until you reach that before you can scale it to 3, then to 5. At 5 it gets interesting. Nice, G's. We're almost there, man. Time for a new microphone. Bruh. You look like Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones. I have no idea what it is. I've never watched Game of Thrones. And everyone's like, why haven't you watched Game of Thrones? Bro, it's like, I can't get into it. You need to hook me, man. You need to hook me right away. And, man, thank you very much. Like, are you serious right now, bro? Yo, what? Bro. What? I mean, I don't know what to say. Looks like you're older. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, gold still pushing up. Great commentary right there. It's just unbelievable how strong the FIxed PoC is holding, right? Every time I'm like, you know, this is gonna be the moment. This is gonna be the moment. So trust the profile. Trust the volume profile in a range. In a small range on the lower time frame, trust these levels. That's all I can say. But of course, it has to align with your bias. It has to align with your overall bias. So why do you think Bitcoin is going to drop? I mean, for now, I think there is it's a 50-50 chance here. But what I do believe is that October is usually the best month of the year. And I think September is usually the worst month of the year for a lot of commodities in this manner as well. The forecasting tool is down. The forecasting itself says it's bearish. We have retail still sitting at, you know, relatively bullish. I mean, it's bearish overall, but relatively bullish. And look at this, man. You can predict the tops and bottoms of the market with the CUT data. Easy. Look at when large speculators became extremely bearish. This is the hedge funds. This is retail. Retail became bullish on an all-time high here. All-time high bullish. Never been this bullish before. And suddenly, out of nowhere, randomly, hedge funds became super bearish. This was the top of 2021, man. This is where you had to sell all your bags. Right? So what we're looking for is spikes. Spikes of the CT data. Look at this one. This is an interesting one. Retail was at an extreme low. Extremely bearish. And hedge funds, out of nowhere, became super bullish. What happened was we broke out. A couple weeks later, 4 weeks later, we broke out. Random, in a range. And we gained almost 200%. I use this to get in and out, man. This is going to tell me exactly when to exit the market. Yeah, these are the new indicators we're working on. A couple of these indicators we're working on. Guys, come on. Are we gonna break down or what? Let's see the chat here. Yes. No. Yes. No. 50-50, man. You guys are saying it. Bro, how big is your stop loss? For now, it's above the highs. If something interesting happens here, and we do come up and we create a lower high, and we break down, then of course the stop loss will be there. So it all depends where, where the stop loss will, where the high will be. I think silver is already dropping, right? Silver is already going. Yeah, we talked about silver right now. Let me look at the. Yeah, I have that order placed, swing trade, but yeah, silver is doing it already, and not just a little bit. Silver is already going. Silver's already going. I think the dollar is there, man. I think the dollar has arrived. Yes, the dollar has arrived to the important low. Still weak though. Still, it's unbelievable how weak actually the dollar is now at the moment. The whole week we opened bearish. We never had any significant retracement whatsoever so far. If you look here at the previous dailies, you can see that. Let me highlight it a little bigger for you. There we go. Look at this. 15 minutes. This is the opening of the week, right there. Very bearish, very bearish. Last week, right there. Beautiful though how you came back up again during a Wednesday. You pulled back into the Sunday open and you continued to sell off. Are we going to see something similar this week? Are we going to retrace at the end of the day here? Are we going to pull back tomorrow? Are we going to consolidate here? Are we going to reverse and potentially retest some of these previous levels again? It's pretty common for the dollar to do that. Either we swipe the highs, and we come down, or we retrace and we still come down if we remain bearish. But yeah, so far, like that's your ultimate sell signal for the dollar here. Buy signal for any other currency, whatever you trade against the dollar. Rose Angeles says people need to inject money to move up. I want to sell. I agree. Future Mind says, why did Lorenzo set up a lemonade stand next to his trading desk? Because when the markets give him lemons, he turns them into profits. I love lemons. I love lemons. Fucking love lemons. I mean, who doesn't love lemons? Do you think there's a chance for gold to stay in this range for the rest of the day? I mean, usually you see a breakout at the end of the day. Usually. What is your plan? The plan is to take a short when we re-break the lows, to take profits at the VWAP, and to let it run until the 1 hour support, the 1 hour highs, the previous range. If we pull back and we do create something like this, then of course you want to see that that pullback. You want to see that reaction, that retracement. So we want to see that pullback, and then we can decide, are we going to continue to drive higher, or are we going to break below the range? If we break below the range and we pull back and we have a hard time here, then I'm going to just use the fixed range volume profile from the range, and I'm going to look for my entry models around the POC again, but this time from below it, and then I'm looking for a retracement, continuation to the next support, which is the weekly support. So these are the three options. So one is coming down and we're pulling back up. One is breaking and we're looking for downside continuation. And one is right now, which is the scalp to the downside for me personally, where I'm looking for that anticipation towards the initial move. Very, very choppy though overall, right now. But that's gonna be fun if you break out eventually. We're just not gonna trade in the range. It's the choppiest New York session so far for sure. But that's common when London is aggressive. When London is aggressive in the summer, New York tends to be choppy. And if London is choppy and building liquidity, New York make the big moves here. You see that there, right? You see this here. You see this here. You see this here. It's you know, London is small. You see this here. Like look at London, look at New York. Like you see this here. Almost every day. Almost every day. So when London is big and London moves up 200, 300 pips during this period in the summer, then New York it tends to be a mess. VRX says, I've been part of the VIP for months. What are your thoughts on algo trading? I made my own Bitcoin trading algorithm. I'm profitable. My question is, can I trust these results for long term in Bitcoin? I mean, in order to say yes or no, you need to test it long term. It's hard for me to say yes, it works, because I have no idea what it means, what it is, and how it works. I have no idea. So it's hard to say. But I'm happy that you're getting short-term results. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is ranging. What happens when Bitcoin starts trending? Is your algorithm still gonna perform? Because this is what tends to happen, right? You have these algorithms, they work beautifully in a small range, but they work terribly when the market starts trending. So they start making money in a range. Everyone is excited. Everyone makes money. People starting to inject more liquidity into the algorithm. And then the market starts trending. And boom, there go your profits, right? Max daily loss limit, 20%, gone. I've heard it so many times before. So the question is, how adaptable is your algorithm? That's the question. That's the question. Did you catch the all-time high move? No, I only took the short. The big short a couple days ago. Then we had Friday, of course. Friday was crazy. Just one big leg up. And then we started to consolidate. This would have been a very nice and clean move, but I traded something else. Traded the Swiss franc. Swiss franc futures. Was also very nice. All right, guys, I think I have to eat my shoe today because I have not seen a closure below. Like I said, it's a Dutch saying. Okay, don't take it too literally. What is the name of the indicator that you use for the backtest of good versus bad months? It's a private indicator. I'm going to release it later. Okay. Yeah, man. We're working on a lot of fundamental indicators that can help you tremendously. If you combine all these factors and you backtest it probably and you know exactly what to look for on which instrument you trade, then you're going to have a significantly higher win rate. And then you time the market with market structure. You time the market with technical analysis, not the other way around. We're trying to time to predict the market with technical analysis, usually, and time the market with technical analysis. In this time, I like to predict the market with fundamentals, swing trading wise, and time the market with technical analysis. That's the difference. That's the difference. Today price consolidates in Asian market will push us to lower levels reaching around 2015. Then we push back up. But remember, it's just a prediction. I mean, it could be that we get into that VWAP level that's around 2015 indeed, that we break down now and that we just come back up later on and that we're going to stay in the range the whole way through. And if that's the case, then there's nothing we can do, man. Like, there's nothing you can do in this range, but no. There's not much we can do besides buying here. But I still think that, you know, I really like to stick to my bias because, you know, the gold is extremely overextended now. We know this already. So any pullback is a super healthy pullback. Super healthy pullback. We start looking for a continuation play or shorts, whatever the case may be. What happens around there, we don't know yet. But on the lower time frame, trading towards that seems to me like a reliable option if we get that breakdown. If we get that rollover, right? That rejection, that break. What do you want to see? Well, initially we wanted to look for an EM4. Now I think that still it requires a break of the lows, of course. But most importantly, a closure below. We have not seen a single closure below in the lower time frame. So I think one closure is enough. this time. Maybe streak of hope can be the hourly closure below the very high. Wishful thinking. Very low or very high? Very low in this case, you mean? Yeah, well, let's hope. Let's hope. And we're not going to chase it, right? We have what we want. We know what we want to see. So we break and we close, we trade. Yeah, dollar is still not ready. The hourly closure below the very high. Okay, I see. Yeah, we'll find out in 4 minutes. So yeah, the idea is here on the streams is to start hybriding between scalping, day trading and swing trading. So we're making it an interactive channel. Scalping because number one, we're in an all-time high. So we don't have any significant key levels to refer back to. We cannot just start the previous daily lows or previous daily highs. We cannot take trades from the previous daily key levels that we usually take trades from. So scalping is a good alternative. And swing trading will come once every couple of weeks, days. Once a week, who knows? I don't know. It depends on gold. It depends on the structure, right? It depends on how gold is moving. I mean, all these opportunities that we've seen here is a repeatable pattern that gold does over and over again, right? Consolidation, expansion, retracement, we shorted from there, right? Consolidation, manipulation, expansion, retracement, we shorted from there. Consolidation, internal manipulation, we took the range in this case. Right, we took this range. So we had this consolidation period, this range now. We shorted from there, right? So that's your ideal case. The range, the break, the high, tapping into it, shorting from there. The top, consolidation, expansion, retracement. You take a trade from the range. Look at where the POC is at. You can already see it right now. That's exactly there. Okay, this pattern repeats itself over and over again. So of course we're not going to scalp. We're not going to scalp the market when this move occurs. And we're somewhere around there. We're looking for the big move, the big trade. All right, so that's the... happens all the time. You just need to be patient for that to happen, to occur. And in September, if it happens, I aim for a massive move. A massive move. That's why we have the fundamentals with us if price does it again. Right? And we take it again on the lower time frame. Starting on the higher time frame, of course. But that's it. That's the difference. That's the alignment we're looking for. Great alternative for me. Taking trades from Top Step as well. Testing out this platform. So far, great experience. I do like it a lot. It's just the rules are slow paced. That's the word for it. Slow paced. It's almost like if you go, we go. If you go, we go. We really go. We give it until we give it like, if we bounce from here, like, you know, we're gonna stay in the range. We're gonna stay in the range. Yeah, yeah. How many contracts can you trade now? Only 2 contracts, and it's mini, so it's nothing, man. But there is no other way. That's how you build it up. That's what I mean. You're only allowed to take 2 contracts. You cannot take 2 gold contracts because it's too much. You cannot take 1. It's too much. You're gonna have a major stop loss. So you need to trade the minis. Now, 2 is a little bit too less, though. I would say 4 is the ideal. 3 to 4 is the ideal. 4 would be the ideal. So right now we're building upwards. We broke below. We created an internal lower low. We are created an internal higher, a lower high. If we now re-break the lows, I mean, this could set the start of a trend, right? This could set the start of a short-term pullback. Unless it's just some weird, crazy manipulation again. But a actual daily a candle closure below would give us much more confidence now this time, because we haven't closed below for how long now? So hourly closure is done. So the hourly closure is completed. I just have a feeling it's gonna close above. But yeah, we don't base it on feelings. What do you need to see? We need to see closure. Yes. No entry, no closure, no entry. This is fine though. This is fine. If you retest, if you pull back, even better. Bigger trade. We were anticipating it. Let's see if we can pull back. Okay, finally. Finally. Thank you, FIxed PoC. Thank you very much. So because we have now a bigger range, we have now our PoC higher. Now that's fine, because the value area low is still at the right level, which is sitting right there. So number 1 value area low, stop loss above the PoC, of course. Damn! Wow, instant to 2508, instant? Damn, that will be absolutely nuts. We were waiting for it. We saw it coming. We saw it coming. We talked about the exhaustion play right here, the 15-minute, right? You don't want to see this. You don't want to see this type of wiki behavior on both sides when you're up that much. When London is so aggressive. We don't want to see that. We don't like that. We don't want to see that. Today I explained at perfection how to trade the all-time high in the condition. This is a jam. This video should be flagged for the future. Thank you, Lorenzo. The thing about this is though, is that you can still take the retest trade, right? The retest entry. the consolidation, the expansion, the retracement, the continuation. So now you have the consolidation. We finally have the breakdown. We have that lower high, which is nice. You have that breakdown. We now look for the retracement. We then look for the continuation. This pattern repeats it over and over again. So when we scalp, this is what we do. This is the only thing we're going to do. We're going to look at ranges. When we're scalping on stream, we're going to look at ranges that are getting formed. And we're going to take the ranges. We're going to take trades from the ranges. That's it. On the lower time frame. The 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. That's it. VWAP is just for confirmation of purposes or for the targets. That's it. Can you still take the trade? Yes. Retest. Retest confirmation down. It's similar to what you see here. We've seen it before. Okay. We've seen it as well right there, where you have this consolidation. You start swiping the lows, you break up, then you retest. You claim the fixed value low, a high, and you continue to drive up. More examples. This range, right? This high. Finally broke down aggressively, right? Came back. Everyone was like, oh shit. Then pull back. And then again, another 60 pip move to the downside. Came back again. 50 pip move. Right? Eventually you still came down here. So even if you had your stop loss above the highs, no, you would have been stopped out if you stayed in the trade. You didn't close the trade here. What about this range? Same here. Range, expansion, small pullback, continuation as well. Bigger range here. Yes, bigger range here. Look at this bigger range here. FIxed PoC, came back, pull back, continuation down. So you see it over and over and over again. So these retracements are still trades, are still trade setups. as well. Yeah. So that's just a scale. And if you already took the trade, then you have the trade. If you then come back up, you do, you take some of your profits, you close it here, you take some of your profits, you put it back when you get back here and you start showing weakness. The way you show weakness is if you have like two to three minute candles that are very, very weak, that are just creating these top wicks, pushing down, rolling over, simple, right? Stop loss above the highs, above the previous high of the range. That's the scalping. That's the scalping way. That's the scalping method. Future Mice advice: gold trading today like a toddler on a sugar rush. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Lucas says, Sola, I'm waiting to then miss the trade in 1 minute. I mean, yeah, but you cannot really predict this as well, right? Because you have this first move down. And then that closure and that continuation. So if you waited for the closure, obviously, yes. But there is always a re-entry possibility here that plays out based upon the historic data. You should backtest it. Backtest it, you will see. Because buyers will step in here, no doubt, right? Buyers will step in here. If you start seeing the weakness here, there might be just another pullback scenario. And again, it's Tuesday, right? Tuesday created the high. Is it now that Wednesday is then the potential, yeah, the pullback day? Yeah. It actually looks like this. Like you have the trend line. The trend line is not important, but you see that it was building up, and then boom. But that fixed PoC is what matters, right? That fixed PoC level is where the true magic happens. And yeah, you should download the ebook. Look at it. Look at the fixed ranges, the fixed profiles. It's for scalping, it's ideal. Not just for scalping, by the way, but you know, if you are a scalper, then you're gonna love it. It's a free ebook. You can download it in the description. What does PoC mean? PoC means point of control. The point of control is the area where the most volume is traded in that range. You have the very low and the very high. That's the only thing we look for on the lower time frame. And then the VWAP is your target, or it is your TP point, or it is your confirmation for an entry. I'm out of your last sell position, Lorenzo. All right. Yeah, so for now, we're sticking with the scalps. If you guys like this stream based upon scalps currently, we're going to talk about swing trades as well. I'm actually more of a swing trader, to be honest. I'm much more focused on swing trading. I love swing trading. I think that my future is swing trading. I've been trading for a long time. I want to enjoy some time off. I want to travel. I've been traveling for a couple of years now, living in Bali now, but I want to get out. I want to do whatever I can do here, you know, build a community on a larger scale. And that requires me to also sometimes be more of a swing trader. But when it comes down to scalping, we cannot swing trade every day. We know that. This is a great alternative in the meantime. Scalping and day trading. Scalping is favorable when we're in an all-time high, or when we already took out the previous daily low or previous daily high before the New York session. Italian expert Lorenzo suggesting, if I may, look at the US brink time frame to improve your strategies in case, but chapeau man, VWAP technique, all-time high condition, a gem. Thank you, I love it too. I like it too. I just messaged Topstep about the 2 contracts limit. They say it's not true. You can take 20 micros or 2 minis, not 2 micros. No. Did I read it wrong? No, micro products are considered full-sized lots in the trading combine, express funded accounts and live funded accounts. For example, 1 lot in ES is equal to 1 lot in micro. You see that? And that's why it takes some time to scale up. It's a slow grind at the beginning. But once you have your account done and you're above a certain level, then anything you make on top of that is easy. You can always take 100% out, apparently. At least this is what I'm reading. You can take 100% out, but if you take 100% out, they close your account. So you need to take out 50%, and then, you know, you have a full on account, and then you can trade 5 lots if you want to. You don't need to trade 5 lots, but 5 micros, of course, that would be the ideal case. If you have 100K or 250K accounts, so 100K, the ideal will be that you get a 550K account. But I would never put money into something that I don't know. I need to test it first. So yeah. Yeah, just small trades for now. But you scale it up, right? And the idea is to just get familiar with it. For swing trading, no worries. You can take a trade, risk 3% on your overall account, fund it next, hold your trades over the weekend. 7 days and make more money. Set and forget. So re-entry possibilities, the only re-entry possibility I could see is the pullback, which is happening all the time. Pullback, you see the weakness, you wait for the confirmation internally, and you look for the continuation down. That's it. That's the entry. You see it happening all the time. It happens. It happened here. You can go back test it. It happens here. We're seeing this happening all the time on these ranges here. Happens here. You pull back. So what in essence is happening is you create a short-term downtrend and you break out again. Right, it happens here. You pull back. So every time you do that, you tend to react from that same level because the move is so aggressive. And every time when you see that happening is because the move is that aggressive. It tends to pull back, and that buying power required to pull back is usually very, very hard. And if it's outside of the session, so let's say it's like you have the New York Open. Obviously, this could be a consolidation, a manipulation, right? And then an expansion to the upside, right? But when it's outside of the sessions, so the hot sessions with high volume, and you pull back, there's a really small chance that you're just gonna break through. There's a really, really small chance. Italian expert says re-entry is 25.22 for a big short. 13:45 London session is preparation for the US Brinks. Nice, Italian expert. Nice. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the support as well in regards to this. No opportunity, no pullback. Re-entries, you have to be patient for it. You don't need to have, a closure below, whatever, because you're already below. You just look for that simple retracement. Some people would say I set limit orders and put their stop loss above the highs. I mean, it depends if you prefer limit orders and kind of like your set and forget. Entry, limit, stop loss, and then target. A lot of guys doing this as well. But yeah. If you guys want to see more of these scalping trades, then let me know, geez. Scalping sessions, sorry, let me know. Different vibes. Top step is interesting so far. Might say thank you for today. See you tomorrow. Buy after rejecting the Sunday Open. So where is the Sunday Open again? Sunday Open is at the current price. Yeah, we're bouncing from it. So this should be the bounce. This should be the bounce. This should be the bounce. All right, this is what you want to see. You want to bounce from the Sunday Open. The Sunday Open or the previous daily POC at 25.03. These are your two key levels to work with, right? So if you bounce, you should be bouncing from here, somewhere from here. Yeah. What are the settings for the VWAP? VWAP settings are HLC3. Right? HLC3. Yeah, HLC3. Buys now. So currently I would say, listen, if you have this range, right? You have that pullback. What some people do is they trade from range to range if you manage to hold here. But at least you need to wait for the hourly closure if that's the case, because this is a strong hourly push. And you want to understand where this next hourly candle closes. And this is a lot of volume, right? This is a lot of volume. This is a lot of sellers saying, I'm tired of this shit. So, of course, you have your entry here. You have your Sunday open level, which is critical level right here. And you have potential scenarios where you could bounce from. And if this the level, if you're going to bounce, this level you're going to bounce from. But because you're looking into the zone and you're looking at the pullback and you are getting later into the session, I think this is a much rather nicer trade. I mean, it's up to you, but that pattern happens. It happens a lot. Push up, come down. Where are your next levels? You have the Sunday open at 25.06 and the previous daily POC 25.04. Somewhere in that range, that's where you find the strongest support. As you look at the NASDAQ, NASDAQ bullish? No. Ah, okay. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Swing very high. I see it. Yeah. I see it. I see it. I see it. Very similar to gold, right? Very similar to gold. Now the NASDAQ is just. I need to see a little bit of bigger pullback. A little bit bigger pullback. Yeah. Is it worth to take longs from these levels now? No. Not yet, at least. Not yet. Not yet. Are you living in Bali? Yes. Guys, what is your plan for a re-entry? Like a re-entry, another trade here, I would say retest of the zone, wait for weakness, show lower time frame candles facing difficulties. Then what tends to happen is that you're just building that range. It was such an aggressive move, you push back, it rebalanced itself, so you actually rebalance the market, right, by pulling back, and then it comes down. And if you're bullish and we're going to continue to drive up, I think what I want to see is somewhat of a W formation. So something like consolidation, break, pullback, retest, swiping the lows, maybe even one more time, then pulling back and looking for continuation, building out that trend. Something like this. This is what you see happen all the time when you pull back here. Happens all the time. You break, you retest. And the more aggressive the move, the bigger the chance, funny enough. Yellow Razor price action was nasty. Super nasty, man. You saw it playing around, and then out of nowhere, boom. What was the key difference though? Lower high, for sure. Lower high, definitely seeing the lower high. This case, every time we came up, you created higher highs, lower high. That's true. That was the break. Okay. When are you going to look for the re-entry? If you pull back, all right? I think so. But regardless, all the buyers are taken out. That's a fact. Everyone was bullish around the highs here. Got absolutely smashed. Absolutely smashed. Yeah, absolutely smashed. Can you give me another example? Yeah, another example was right there. This was the exact London. This was London session. So if you trade London open, you see 3 o'clock. There you go. You consolidate. That's your range. So you consolidate. Okay. We wait for London open. London open is right here. So this is the London open. You manipulate the lows before London open. So the Asian lows are taken out. You know now that you have a range here. You wait for London open. You break back above before. Price pulls back. We have the fixed value high. Because why? We're looking at bullish momentum. We're looking at continuation to the upside, not the other way around. Alright, today we were looking at bearish momentum from a range. This time we're looking at bullish. We're looking at bullish continuation. So we tap into the fixed value high. You can say I take the trade, but I'm not convinced yet. London opens. We swipe the lows one more time. Now we start to go. Now we have that closure above. Now we start to move. And we have that retest of the VWAP, right? The VWAP is sitting right below. Okay? And the moment that was happening, that is your trade. And then you can say, okay, I'm going to enter on the break of the highs, or I'm going to enter on the internal break of the highs. And I put my stop loss below the lows, or I put my stop loss here if I want to play it really safe. Right? So that's the exact scalping trades you can take. Again, same thing. In this case, price kept going and going and going and going and going non-stop, right? Until the New York open. But same thing, range trading. Simple range, fixed profiles, break, VWAP, entry. This was a wild one, for sure. Broke down. Kept holding that support over and over again. Until we are seeing that zone. This lower high kind of told us the story, to be really honest with you. That lower high was kind of an interesting move. Now, what tends to happen when you see an aggressive move like this, you pull back and you find weakness to look for the continuation shorts. That's it. And you take the trades back towards the previous bigger range, which is right there. And then, if you then hold support here, we can see whatever. Maybe you're going to create a new range. Maybe you break out. Maybe you look for continuation. I don't know. Alright, that's the ideal. So for people who missed the trade, wait for the pullback. When it comes, it comes. And look for that confirmation. It's and backtest it and see how accurate it is. Can you show the VWAP indicator? It's standard. It's just standard, my friend. It's just standard. Do you like Top Step funded so far? I do like it. However, there are a lot of rules. A lot of rules. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of rules. A lot of rules. Cool, man. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to wait for the retest with you guys as well later on. So I know that you guys know at least that range is what I'm looking for. Session volume is what matters, right? If this was around the New York Open, you should be very scared for sells. Why? Because this is then the consolidation, manipulation, the expansion. You know, it just takes out the London lows, the Asian lows, and then it goes up. You don't want to take that. But when it's outside of the session, or it's like Asia or whatever, or it's still hovering around, or we're slowly creeping up like we have done beforehand. We're creeping up slowly. Of course, it's worth it to take a trade, man. So worth it to look for continuation. And then tomorrow, New York session, when we do this again, obviously we're going to see the range that it's getting formed, and hopefully we see somewhat of a range again, and we can decide depending on where price set, are we bullish or are we bearish? That depends on the 30 minute, on the 1 hour. All right, G's. I just realized I was on full screen mode. Anyways, you guys know what I'm looking for. You guys know what I'm looking for. You see this happening all the time. All right. No buys for me yet, man. No buys for me yet. No. Angela says I have a 100k challenge and dropped it 92.6. What would you have your lot size to bring it back to 100? 0.5%. Don't risk more when you come down. Risk less when you come down. If you risk more, you're gonna wreck yourself right away. Risk less and accept the fact that you need to gain back the momentum first. You need to get back to your 100k before you can start making money. Don't ruin your account by risking more and just wanting to get your money back as soon as possible. Just be patient and slowly grind your way back up, and learn to enjoy the process. All right. So Sunday open is the support. Sunday open is where we're bouncing from currently. Not that convinced yet, right? We really want to see that retracement there, and then hope you guys understand what we're looking at. And then tomorrow we're going to do the same thing. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit cleaner than today, to be honest, because today was a mess. When you look at the New York session, this was clean, retracement clean. This was just a tsunami, a waterfall. All right. Overall, still think that that potential is there. Looking forward to see if you guys can look for a second trade and another entry. All right. Yeah, that's it for me for today, guys. Come up. Smash up that like button here. Our private group is closing in 10 days from now, I believe. 10 days. We're going to close down. Our live trading floor is where we make magic happen every single day. We take our trades. We have our full series as well. We do giveaways, but not too much. Once a week, maybe later on if you cannot afford it. It's $200 a year. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Okay. You get your full breakdown, the full series, and also you can join us in the trading floor. And the trading floor is where we take a bunch of trades. FOREX, also commodities, also gold as well. Also indices as well. Ideal environment, right? Be around guys that trade the same strategy, the same approach. The same strategy, same approach, congruence, magic. Okay? For the rest of you guys, see you in the trading floor. I'll see you in the trading floor for sure, but see you in the New York stream tomorrow again. Let's see what we can do tomorrow. No swing trade, no potential day trade, intraday trade yet. We're still in all-time high territory. The only thing that I look for is scalping setups, all right? And seeing how far we can take it with this top step thing. Yeah, man, take care, G's. Oh, that was really quick. That was really quick. Looking forward to see you tomorrow. You know what I'm looking for new entries. All right, take care. Range trading, scalping, fixed profiles. Download the ebook if you want to have more information. How it works and how we take our trades, why we look for what we're looking for. And you will see from there. All right, fantastic stuff. See you soon, G. See you tomorrow. All right, take care. Take care, G. See you tomorrow. Ciao. Good luck.
I'ma gotta get it, get it. I'ma gotta get it, get it.